Hello everyone, in this video I will show you how I use artificial intelligence to help me design a mathematics lesson plan. First, I open the AI tool that I will use. In this case, I am using ChatGPT to assist me in generating a lesson plan. Before generating the lesson plan, I prepare a clear prompt because a good prompt is very important to help the AI to understand the context of the lesson, the topic, and the learning model that I want to use. In this prompt, I include several important elements such as the lesson information, the learning model, and the instructional requirements. For example, here I specify the subject, grade level, and topic. In this case, the topic is statistics, specifically the data presentation for grade 8. I also mentioned that the lesson should use Discovery Learning Model and include hands-on activity and small group discussion. I also provide several requirements for the AI. For example, the learning objective must use higher order thinking skill verbs, specifically from C4 to C6, and each objective should only contain one operational verb. I also asked the AI to include contextual problem that related to boarding school life using the realistic mathematics education approach. Next, I specify the output format because this helps the AI to generate a lesson plan in a clear and organized structure. Here I include sections such as lesson identity, prior knowledge, Pancasila student profile, media, tools and materials, target learners, learning model and methods, learning objectives, meaningful understanding, guiding questions, learning activities, and assessment. After preparing the prompt, I will submit it to the AI system and the AI will generate the lesson plan based on my instruction. Okay, so this is the lesson plan that created by ChatGPT. This is the lesson identity, prior knowledge, Pancasila student profile, media, tools and materials, target learners, learning model and methods, learning objectives, meaningful understanding, guiding question, learning activities, and assessment. So I will review the content first. And I will copy the result into a Word document because this allows me to make any necessary adjustment. Okay, so after the lesson plan was generated, I review the content carefully and make some adjustments that are still needed to make the lesson plan more suitable for my teaching context. For example, in the AI generated version, the prior knowledge section was written as one combined description. I revised it by separating it into two parts: prior knowledge in terms of students' knowledge and in terms of student skills. I also adjusted the Pancasila student profile. In the section about media, tools, and materials, I added several items to better support the learning activities and also added learning resources such as the textbook that used in the class to make the lesson plan more complete. In the learning objectives section, I made an important revision. The AI originally generated one objective that contained two operational verbs, which is analyze and represent. Since each objective should only include one operational verb, I separated it into two different learning objectives. Students are able to analyze data from a boarding school context, and students are able to represent data using tables or graphs. In the learning activities, I also refined several learning activities to make them more suitable for my students and to better support the discovery learning process. Here is the learning activity from the AI. It's so simple as you can see, so I revised it. And I also created my own assessment rubric for attitude assessment and skill assessment instead of relying on AI, because this allows me to design assessment criteria that are more appropriate for my classroom context. Okay, that's how I use AI to create my lesson plan. Thank you.